a new episode of Journey of a Christian Writer. In this episode, I'm going over developmental editing, my ACT editing method. But before I get into the episode, I just wanted to show some proof copies of my next novel, The Pact of Freedom. If you've been following along, you know that I had a proof copy made, and on the back cover, the blurb was a little too small, and I had a picture here of the lead character, Millie, on the back of the cover, but I changed all of that, and I not long ago got another proof copy, and the back cover turned out really good. This is how it looks now with the blurb, and then just some icons here of social media icons on the back. So the text, you can read it a lot better for the blurb now, and I really like how it turned out. I also changed the spine on the cover, and originally I had the text of the title at the top and my author name at the bottom, but I switched that around, so now my name is at the top and the title is at the bottom. The icon of my publishing company, Vision Halo, it's a little crooked, so I think I'm going to fix that on the spine and just move it over a little. But other than that, I think the outside of the cover is good to go. I'm also going to try to fix the map inside of the book, as you can see, because it's a little extra space on one side of the map, so I want to try to move that over a little bit to get rid of that extra space. But other than that, that's pretty much all that I need to fix, I think, on the interior. But after that, the KDP, the KDP copy should be fine after that. But I am planning to do another reveal, do an unboxing of the Ingram Spark copies. For the Ingram Spark copy, the paperback will actually be in gloss, so I'm curious of how that's going to look. I think it's going to actually make the colors be more brighter, the gloss copy for the Ingram Spark paperback. So I'm planning to do a reveal for that later, as well as for the hardback copy, Ingram Spark copy, which is going to be the case laminate. And that will actually have, as I mentioned before, a dust jacket that is going to have a hard cover underneath the dust jacket, and they're both going to match the actual cover for the hardback copy. But and later I'll be doing some unboxing for those once I finally get the Ingram Spark copies. As I mentioned in my vlog, I am intending, to do a book signing event, just a small event in Monroe. So I'll just see how that goes, I guess. But now I'm just going to get into the rest of the episode of this video. As we writers know, editing is one of the least favorite and most expensive parts of the book creation process. There are different types of editing, including developmental editing, line editing, copy editing, and proofreading. If you're not aware of what developmental editing is the big picture editing, where these types of editors look over the broad story elements and the actual content of books. I think it's a good idea, though, for writers to actually self-edit their work and look over their story content themselves before they actually send it off to hire professional editors, which is what I prefer to do. Because it can help you to save money, and it can give professional editors less work to do when they actually look over and evaluate your novels and books. Currently, I do my developmental edit, or macro edit, because it can also be called macro editing. Currently, I split them into two parts. The first part being for story elements, and the second part being for chapter by chapter summaries. For the first part, I use my Pact editing method. Pact is an editing acronym that I made up for myself, which stands for additions, changes, and takeouts. And I made this up because I know a lot of us writers, we visualize our stories as if they're movies or TV shows. At least that's how it is with me. And I just figured, since that's how I visualize my story, to actually take the approach of a director when it comes to my editing process. So that's how I just decided to create this Pact editing method. But anyways, now I split it up into two parts. The first part just being story elements, and once I look over all of the different story elements using this process, then I look over the actual manuscript, my novel manuscripts, and actually write summaries for each chapter. And based on evaluating my manuscript and the summaries that I write is how I determine what to actually add, what to change, and what to take out from each of the chapters in my stories. So that's pretty much how I do things now, and how I just intend to do them as far as my story content. But that's pretty much all for this episode. With the year coming to a close, I am intending to do a 2024 recap just to share what I was able to do for this year, and some of my 2025 goals, Laura willing, for next year. But that's pretty much it for this episode. If you found it helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more future episodes of Journey of a Christian Writer. And thank you for watching.